scorpion wing. A lot of people be asking me how do I do the effect. I've been using on my streaming. I want to show you. I give you a quick tutorial how to do it, and if you want, just follow through, and I hope you get it working. So let's see. The first thing you need pretty much is OBS Studio. That's what I use for streaming. OBS Studio right here. And what else do you need? You need Snapcam over here. You need this. Look at this is Snapcam. What else you need? You need this over here. It's called Touch Portal. Touch Portal. You need this also. What else? And you need a plugin for OBS. So let me show you exactly what you need. Let me open the browser. So this is what you need. First thing you need OBS Studio. OBS Studio. Okay, this is the main software. Pretty much just download it, install it. I hope you know how to use OBS a little bit. If you don't, then you could Google it. It's a lot of video about using OBS. That's one other thing you need, OBS. You also need a plugin for OBS. Make sure you get the plugin. It's called Motion Effect. So if I look motion effect, I put motion effect OBS, right? Is the first one over here. Just download it right here, download it. And the latest version right now is 1.2.0. You see this thing moving, that's motion effect, pretty cool. Just download it and install it. What else you need? So you need also Touch Portal. Touch Portal. There you go. This Touch Portal is beautiful. It's free. You could use it for free. They give you 2 pages. Only 2 pages they give you. I mean, if you want more, which I recommend, just pay for it. It's $13. But you get a lot of stuff when you pay the $13. Plus, you still get a lot of support if you have the free version. But the free version only give you 2 pages, and I think it's like 8 buttons on each page. So that's Touch Portal. And then you could you need this for the computer and the tablet. So you use it on the tablet. Basically, this is like a Stream Deck, pretty much like a Stream Deck on the tablet, on the phone, whatever. But I love this. This has so much potential. It's crazy. If you don't know how to install it, you could go to the to the Discord. They give you a lot of tutorials. They help you. I mean, they got a lot of support. So make sure you download this and buy it. I recommend you to buy it. You don't have to, but definitely recommend you to buy it. So that's what else you need? Oh, you need also the Snapcam. So you need this called Snapcam. Search for Snapcam, and you're gonna come across this Snapcam. Download. And down here, if you scroll down, they give you just agree with that. You can put your email, and then they download it for Mac or PC. This is for PC. I tried on Mac and it was freezing a lot. I mean, it didn't work on my Mac, so I'm using it on a PC, Windows 10. Anyway, so download this, install it, make sure it's running on the background. Make sure you install Snapcam. For Snapcam, you definitely need a camera. So basically, this is Snapcam. Let me open Snapcam. This is Snapcam. That's how it looks when you install it. So let me just go to the setting. Snapcam asks you which camera you want to use, and the resolution I picked 720. My camera supports 720. The mic, you don't need this. I mean, you pick up the mic from the camera, but you don't need it. But here you see I got a different camera. But I'm using the 920. So anyway, so this is what you need. Snapcam. Just make sure you pick up your camera here, and you should see your picture here. Ooh. All right. Ooh. All right. So make sure this is running. Oh, now this, look at this. So this is what you could do with this. I'm a big fan. Look at this, cool effect, right? This is pretty cool. pretty awesome. Crazy. Over here you could add your effect to favorite. I already added this, so this is my favorite. If I click over here, this is all my favorite over here. You could create, you could put a lot of things over here. Click again and it disappear. Anyway, so this is what you need. Now let's keep going with the tutorial. Let's go back to, so basically, like I said, you need OBS. Install OBS. When you open it, basically it's going to be blank. I'm assuming you already know how to use OBS, but if you don't know how to use OBS, it's going to be like a blank page. You got it's in over here, then you got the sources over here. So this is a tutorial, so I just create this one called Zine. I could call it main Zine, whatever, game, camera Zine, whatever you want to call it. It's up to you. I just call it Zine. Now here I just add the camera. So let me just delete the camera. Let me delete this. This is just a picture I put here. This is my YouTube channel. I just put a picture here, but you don't need to have anything over here. Anyway, so let me add the camera. So we want to add a source over here. So we're going to click add video capture. I'm going to call it Snap Camera. Snap Camera. Okay. And look, it picked up the Snap Camera right away. I mean, you might see something else in here. I got a whole bunch of camera. OBS has a built-in camera. You don't need this. And this is all the camera, the game capture. I got integrate camera, but we're gonna pick up the Snap Camera. Make sure you have a Snap Camera app running on the background. If it's not running on the background, you might not see this. You might not see this if you don't have it running on the background. So make sure Snap Camera is running on the background. Then you're gonna see this. Pick up a Snap Cam. Click OK, and there you go. So we have a Snap Camera over here, right? So I want to put Snap Camera in the corner over here. Let's put it in the corner. You could put it wherever you use it. I don't know where you use your camera. You could put it wherever you use it. I use it over here. So let me make it smaller because we don't want the camera to cover the whole screen or the whole game. I use it when I'm playing. So there you go. That's good for me. Pretty good here. Alright, so this is good. So we got this over here. Now what we want to do is, remember to install the motion effect filter. If you right click over here on the camera right here, you could go to filter, right? But we don't want to do it here. We don't want to create a filter on the camera.
We don't want to create a filter on the camera.
What we want to do is we want to create a filter on the Zine over here. So we want to right click on it and go to filter. Make sure you do it here, not over here on the source. Do it here. You want to click filter, right? Filter. Oh, let me delete this because I have one. Let me just delete it. So this is it. We have no filter over here. You might have some filter for all the stuff. I don't know if you do, but I have no filter. This is brand new, so there's nothing over here. I'm gonna create one, and this is all the filter I have installed on my OBS. So I want to create this one over here, motion. We want to create the one that says motion over here. I'm gonna call it
a zoom effect. I'm gonna call it zoom. You could call it whatever you want.
Zoom effect. That's what I'm gonna call it, zoom effect. Okay. So we have zoom effect. Now here you have this option over here. Now you see it says source disable. We want to enable the source, and we're looking for, look at this. This is all the source we have. I'm looking for Snapcam. This is Snapcam over here. Pick a Snapcam. That's what I want the filter for. Now here you might have one way of switches in. We want the one that say round trip. So we want round trip over here. Position over here, variation, we want it position inside. Make sure you pick position inside over here. Position inside. This over here, look at this. See what we have over here? Forward and just this option. Here we need to check where it say custom start setting. So make sure you click here. You see how I got this now? Before that wasn't there. Click on it and you're gonna see this option over here. The starting. This over here I don't mess with it, and I don't know what is it for, but I leave it on linear. So just leave it there, and we get to this part in a second, right? We get to this part in a second. All right, so now we need to find out this over here, the starting position. So the starting position, let me just move this over here. The easy way to do it, just move this over here, and I'm gonna right click on top of the camera. Right click over here on top of the camera, or you could right click over here where it says Snapcam, wherever you feel more comfortable. So if you want to right click over here, you want to click where it says transform, edit transform, right? And here you see this number we got over here. Just move over here. Let me put it side to side, and I want to, let me put it so we can see. Actually, let me put it on the other side. Let me move this way, and I want to put this right here. So the starting X, that would be this number over here. Starting X is 1675. So we want to put here 1675, right? That's this starting X. Now here, the Y, so the Y would be this over here, 942. So we want to put 942, okay, 942. Now this is starting with, that would be this over here, the size, the starting with, that would be 245. Now the high, starting high, that would be 138. So we pick 138, 138, there you go. So now we're done with this part, right? We could close this. So I'm gonna show you this part in a second. What we want to do is close this. You don't need to close this, but close this one over here, right? Close. This is the one I right click on the source, so we want to close that. This one we could leave on the side. This is when I right click on the scene to add the filter over here, right? So we're gonna leave that open. But if you close it, you could right click on the scene and reopen it again. But let me leave it there, right? Now what I want to do is, actually let me close it. I'm gonna close it. So let's close this. Close it, don't worry about it. What we want to do is, we want to make this big now. Let's make this thing big. I don't know how big you want it. That's good for me. That's good right there. So now that's it. We got a big screen, zoom screen. It's pretty big now. Now I'm gonna right click over here, right? I'm gonna right click on the camera, and again I'm gonna go to transform, edit, transform, edit. There you go. So we have this screen. Now let's right click on the scene over here. We're gonna right click here, and we're gonna go back to the filter. Remember I closed it before? We're gonna go back here. We go back to the filter, and if it's not selected, if you have more, make sure you click on zoom over here. Make sure you click on this. Alright, so we got that. Now we already put this number over here. What do we need to do now? We need to put this number over here. Now this number, what we want to do is, we have this number over here, right? 1920, 1080, but we want to click populate over here. So click populate, and there you go. You see how the number came automatically? Well, look at this, the size of the screen is 1920 by 1080. Over here say 1920 by 1920. We know it's not 1920 by 1920. It's 1920 by 1080. So we want to change this to 1080. All right, this, don't worry about this. So just leave that in blank, right? Leave that on 00. So we already got 1920 over here by 1080. We got this from the first little screen. Remember the little screen? That's this number we got. Now what we want to do is close this. So we're pretty much done with this, right? We're gonna close this, close it, and we could close this. Now let me bring this screen back over here. Don't worry about if you leave it big, small. For now, just bring it small. Okay, now what we want to do is, we want to create what they call a hotkey. We want to go to setting, hotkey, and we're gonna go down here and find that a scene that we're working on it. We want to find the scene. I just call it scene. So there you go, the scene. You see here. Now here you see how I got forward zoom effect. The zoom effect is the name I call it over here. Remember I call it zoom effect. not camera, not this Snapcam. Don't worry about this. This is if you want to activate it and disactivate it, so you could put a hotkey over here. But for now, what I want to do is I just want to put zoom effect. So forward, I'm gonna push Shift and I. That's a shortcut. Shift and I. And back, I'm gonna push Shift and O. Shift and O back and Shift and I forward. I'm gonna apply it and I'm gonna close it. Alright, so let's see what happens now. If I press Shift and I, let's see. Shift and I. Oh, Shift and O. Nice.
Shift and I. Shift and O. Small.
Now you can make it a little faster or slower by going back to the filter. Over here, right click, filter. And if you go down here, see duration is 1 and the acceleration is 0. That you can make a little a little faster if you want. I leave it at 1, but you could put it, let's say you could put it, let's put it like 0 over here. Let's see this 0, and let's put this on what, 50. Let's put this on 50. Yeah, let's put this on 0 and 50. I think that's better. 0 and 50. See now, let's close it. Let's go back and let's try. Let's see how fast it open. Hi. Ooh, that was quick. Oh, and shift off. Hold on. Shift I. That didn't work.
Shift I. That didn't work.
Let's go back and put on default. Filter. Yeah, let's put on default. Just the default. If I click this, it's gonna erase. This one was a 1, and this one was let me leave it like a. I could leave it at 0, but let me leave it. Let me leave that at 50. Let me see. Let's try that. Yeah, that's a little better. You can make it. You could play with that, but let me see what else. This is pretty much the duration. 1 second. Let me put 50 over here. Acceleration 50. Let's see that. That's a little fast. Okay. All right. Let's leave it like that. We could leave it like that. All right, there you go. So we got that zoom effect. Now what do we need to do? What do we need to do?
Now what do we need to do? What do we need to do?
All right, let's see how I got the green screen. Let's put a filter now on the camera. Let's put a green screen, a chrome key to get rid of that green stuff. So let me add a filter here. This is on the camera now. I'm gonna add a filter. Now I'm gonna add that chroma key over here, not color key, chroma key, okay? Chroma key, I'm gonna leave it like that. And you automatically remove that, but you could play with this and make it look a little better. Let's see how I can make it look. I don't have a lot of light over here. I think that's good there. That should be good. Contrast, you can put a little more contrast if you want. Darken, whatever. Brightness, I think that's good for now. Yeah, but you can play with the setting, but that should be good there. Close. Alright, let's see now how we look. So that's me now without background. Now let's see if I do the zoom. Okay, and now, ooh, wow, nice, huh? I like that. Okay, now what do we need? We need now to go to touch portal, right? Alright, so touch portal is open. When you open it, you might have a blank page, nothing on it, just a blank page. I'm gonna show you how to create a button. If you have any problem, you can just go to the touch portal Discord. You could ask question down here. I'm not too good with touch portal, but whatever I can help you, I will help you. So basically you're just gonna create a new button. I'm gonna copy whatever I have on this and show you on the new one. Just follow through. If you need to pause the video, pause, rewind it, But so let's create a new button over here. I'm gonna click on it. So you just click on it, double click. Hold on, see why it's not working. Oh yeah, I forgot, you only get when you get a free one, you only get 4 icons. 1 2 3 4 times 2, so that would be a icon. That's why I recommend you to purchase this, so you could have more icons. Alright, so let me click over here. So basically when you put the mouse over, you see those square coming out. That's to create a button. So let me create one over here, double click, let me click on it. I'm gonna call it a snap effect. Or camera effect, whatever you want to call it. You could just call it whatever you want. Let me put camera effect. Camera effect. Alright, so we got camera effect there. Let me make it big so you could see it. Camera effect. Alright, so we got this camera effect over here. On camera effect, you could change the color. If you want a transparency, I'm gonna add an icon, so let me change the icon here from file. Should I use this? Yeah, let me use this one. Okay, let me use that. And I want the letter to be on the top here. That should be good there. And we don't want a transparency. Let me just put it. Let me change the color. The starting color, I'm gonna put red. And yeah, red, like dark brown should be fine. Dark gray. Okay. Nice this so you can see a little better. Let me save it. Alright, so I have the button over here. So now we gotta add some command to the button. The command I'm gonna copy from the other one. So basically, let me open this. So the first command we need, if the button state is off, because remember we're gonna start it with the button off. So if the button state is off, so we're gonna cancel this. Let me go to the new one, open it, and if the button, so that's a logic. If the state over here, if this button is off, okay, I want to press something to activate it, right? So if the button state is off, let me put remember I created a command on OBS to activate the filter to bring the screen like to zoom it. So that's what I want to do. If the button is off, I want to press that command. So I want to build to a keyboard over here. And what was it to bring it in? It was Shift and I, right? Shift and I, add it. And I'm going to bring this inside here. Okay. I'm going to click on save. So now if I just press that, it should add it. It should zoom. So now what else I need? Let me cancel that now. Let's go back here. Shift 9. Now set the button. Now we want, when we press this, we want to set the button to on. So if we press this, we want the button to go on. So go back here. We want this button to go on set. So we're going back to. So if we press this, we want to set it now. So set the button to on. That will be over here on value. Change the button state to on. We want it to go on, and that will be here. So if the button is off and we press Shift and I, we're gonna set the button to on. Save it. And also now this is where the filter comes in, the Snapchat filter. If the button state is on, so now because we press this, we set up the button to on. Now if the button is on, we want this command to activate. So you could copy this over here and paste it again, or you could just go back to to the if command and put it. So let me go here and show you what I'm talking about. So we want this again over here, or you could just go here and put it again if. But the easy way would be copy this. I right click and I do copy all selected action and click down here and paste it. So basically paste the same thing. Don't worry about this for now. So we want to put this thing here. We want to put it inside here, right? Now to fix this, all you gotta do is just click on it and it's gonna give you an option to fix it. But don't worry about that now. So if the button is off and we press it, turn it on now, set the button to on. Now if the button is on, if this is on, so if this is, we have it on off, but now we want to change it. If it's on now, if this is on right now, we want to also press another command like this. So we want to, you could either copy this and paste it, but let me just go back to where is the build to keyboard? That will be on the input value. We want to build to press, and that was the shortcut we create for the Snapchat. So let me see, what was the Snapchat command? I mean, it was Shift and M is one of them. Shift M. I'll show you in a second. Add it. Let me add it. Let me move it inside. Let me open a Snapchat so you could see. Okay, Snapchat. I have the filter on. Let me just turn the filter off. Let me go here. And I have this filter. Where is it? I got this. Where is the filter I got on? Right here. So if I go over here to the lens hotkey, this filter, I create a shortcut or hotkey, Shift M for this, right? Shift M for this. We got Shift M on that one. Let me go back. So that's what I'm gonna put over here now. So let me minimize it. So this is what I'm doing here now. So if we're starting, if the button is off, we want to press Shift and I to make it the screen get big. If this is on now, so we're gonna set up the button to on now. If this is on, we want now touch portal to activate this. So that will be the filter for the face to come on. So that will Shift and M. Okay, let me save it. Now the next one, I put an icon. You could put an icon if you want to, like change the icon, whatever you see, to know if the button is on or if the that is basically for you if you want to know if the button is on or off. So you could either put it or don't put it. I usually put it. So let me just put one. So let me cancel this and let me go back here. So I'm gonna add a, they call it visor over here. That will be, that's value. Right here, visor. So you want to change button visor. So click on it. Now here you change the title. If you want to change it, you can just click here and say filter on or what can you put? Effect on, Snapcam on. So snap filter on. Okay, so it's now filter on. You could change the color of the text, change the background of the text. So let me change the background. I'm gonna put green. Long as on, I want to be green and light green. Let me see, like that. And what icon? You could change a different icon now. So let me put another icon now for this. What icon can I put for this? I'm gonna put this one over here, this icon soon, and I want to save it, add it. Okay, so now I should see that icon, and I want to put this icon again inside here, right there. Okay, let me save it, and now let me fix this so we don't see that error right here. So if you click on it, you probably don't see it, but because I had double screen, there's a pop-up saying try try fix it, try auto fix. Oh, okay, I'm gonna click try auto fix. I just click try auto fix, and you can see how it fixes it for me. Now you don't see that little thing, so it basically are N and M, so that's okay. Save it. Now the next command, so this is the command to activate it. Now we want to deactivate this, so the other command will be after the double N. Now we're gonna wait, I make a wait 500 milliseconds. So wait 500 milliseconds, then I'm gonna press shift and O, which is the next command. So I'm gonna double click, and I want to wait, so we want to put a wait time. That would be wait time is on the logic wait, and I'm gonna put 500 over here, 500, and we want to put this inside here. I think it's over here in between the second. Let me see, let me double check on that. Let me double check. So the way would be actually the way is all the way below the second. Else, oh, I forgot to add the else. So basically after you do this command, now else mean if, or like else if this is not, if the first command is not activated, we want this one now to be activated. So we're gonna go back and add else over here. That's actually, I was missing else over here. That's fine, we need the else, so else is over here. That's another action, so we're gonna take another action. So else is gonna be here, there you go. And now else, wait 500 milliseconds, and we're gonna press, after we wait that, we're gonna press now the keyboard, bit to keyboard. And now this time we're gonna do shift and O, which is the other command to minimize the screen now. Because we make the screen big to when we press shift and I, now we want it small. Shift and O is to make it smaller, and we're gonna put that right here. Save it, and the next one will be, so now we go after this one, so we press this. Now we want to set this, when we do this, now this is to turn it off. Remember, now we turn the filter off, so go here. Again, you could copy this, set stay, right? So let me set a stage. I'm gonna copy. I don't want to be putting it like going over here, but you could do set stay. Set stage would be change button stage over here on the value. Yeah, change button stage on the value. Change button stage. No, actually, it's not this what we want. Let me delete that. Right click and delete. It's delete, yes. We want to tag the button, no, change the button, change button stage. Hold on, let me, what is that we need? It's not change, I got confused. If, okay, so if we press the set button, okay, yeah, it is actually set button to off. That's what I'm missing over here. Set the button to off. Press this, and now we're gonna set the button to off. So it is change button stage. Change button stage to off. Yeah, there you go. So we put it here to off. Save it. So we already changed it to off. Change button to off. Now if this button is off, so we go back, and now yeah, if this button is off at the bottom, if this button is off, we could now copy this. Let me right click on this, see it's on. I'm gonna right click on this command, copy the action, and I'm gonna go at the bottom and paste it all the way at the bottom, pasting. So it's all the way at the bottom. Now click and drag it right under here, and now we're gonna put this to off. Okay, it's off. Save it. Now the next one will be after we set it to off. So we'll be here now. We set it to off. Now we want to deactivate the filter for Snapchat. Now how do we deactivate the filter for Snapchat? Let me go on Snapchat and show you. So Snapchat, you could deactivate it by clicking again, and the command will be shift and M. But if you click over here, see this over here, is it? To turn it off, there should be a hotkey. Okay, there you go. Turn lens off. Lens will be the effect. You had two of them. There's another lens, but I'm using this one, the Shift M to turn it off. This is to trigger. If you want to trigger, just press this. It will on off with this one. This one I think is the same thing, on off, but the Shift 1, that's what I set it up over here, Shift and 1. So let me close that and go back over here. Let me minimize this. Now I'm gonna click in here. So remember, now we did this, we change it to off, and now we want to push Shift and 9 on it. Alright, so we want to push Shift and 9 now. You could right click on it in here if you don't want to go over, so just right click on one of the command if it's the same. So you want to copy and paste it at the bottom. Let me paste it all the way at the bottom here, paste it. Now let me go down here, but it's the same, right? And you don't want the same because this is for something else, but I show you something you can do. Let me move it inside here, right? So there you go. No, it's not. We go in here. That's where you go. If you double click on it, you want to change it to 1 because it's Shift and 1 that we need over here. So clear that and press Shift and 1. There you go. Now you want to add it. Now you see change. Now you want to save it. Okay. Now the next one is after that. That's the Shift and 1 command I use. Now I want to change the icon back to this one. So I want to change the icon to the default, which is this one. I want to go back to this icon, which is the default. So I want to just again add an icon. So that would be this one. Where's this one? Over here. Oh, change icon, change button icon. Change it to snap effect off. So now it's off. Okay, and the background I'm gonna put it when it's off. I want it to be red and like a gray, red and gray. Let me see. Yeah, red and gray. And change the icon. So we're gonna change the icon back to where is it? To this one. I want to go back to this icon. Okay, and now we're gonna click add, and again we want to put this thing inside here. Okay, so I think that should be it. Let me save it, go back to this one, check after the icon, then we need else and else. So we might see an error over here, but remember, we could fix it. Let me click on it. You see it right here. If you click, you're gonna see that there's a pop-up saying if you want to try to auto fix it. So I'm gonna click on auto fix it. You don't see that, like I said, because it's on my other screen. So try auto fix it, and boom, you see how I fix it. Now it should be double L over here, and if save it, and we should be done. We should be done now. Let me minimize this, and let me bring this back over here and bring it back. All right. Oh, you see the filter there? I have the filter on. That's because I activated on Snapchat here. See here, Snapchat. It's activated. How do I deactivate this? Either by going here and clicking on it. You should take it off. Okay, it's off. So now I don't have no filter here. Now let me press the button I just created. Let me see. I'm gonna press the button I created. That button is on my tablet. Remember, the tablet gotta be connected to Touch Portal. So let me click on the tablet. Let me see if I can show you my tablet how it look. It should look the same, like it should look pretty much the same like on the on that screen you saw there. So let me click and see what happened. Ah, there you go, bingo. Click again. Ooh, the filter disappeared, beautiful. Click. There you go. Click again. Alright. Now, in case you had a problem that the filter comes on when the screen is small, so let me minimize this. Minimize it. Let me open back Snapchat and show you something real quick. Over here, remember that this button over here on the hotkey is to turn it off. In case the filter is on, you could just turn it off by pressing this. Okay, let me go back and now minimize this. I'm gonna go on touch photo, right? And this button you see I have over here, if I click on it, see you only have that command, Shift and 1. This is to deactivate it, just in case it's on and I don't need that filter on. I could just press this button over here, it automatically just turn it off and on. And that's pretty simple. To create that button, you just click on one of these things, empty, whatever is empty, click on it. Let me click over here. I'll show you how I create it. I'm gonna create a button. You could put icon if you want. I just put a snap off, no, snap on slash off, okay. So I put it like that. The color, I'm just gonna put some color on the, I don't want to use any icon, but you could create an icon if you want to. I don't want transparency, and I want to change the color. Let me put a green and red. Let me put green and red on the second one. Did I pick green? Yeah, red. Yeah, but the green is there. I want a different green. That should be a little better. And do I want that in the middle? Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, this, don't worry, you want it on off all the time. Now the command we need over here is, we want to press the command, which is the hotkey, the Virtual key. And that was Shift and 1. Remember Shift and 1? Shift and 1. Add it. And save it. And that's it. See that button right there? Now let me open OBS. Let me minimize this. Open OBS again. And see how the filter is on right there? You don't want that, because what happens now, if I press it to zoom, it's no filter. You don't want that. So you basically want no filter when it's small. Now you could use that button we just created to turn it, toggle this. You see it's off, on, off. So if it's off now and I press this, I press it again, the same button, it disappears. Now if for some reason, let me put it on like that, and you do this, you could just press that button to turn the filter on. So on, off, on, off. Now I give you another clue. Let me just put a small. See, when I put a small, it came on because it wasn't on when it was big. Now if I bring a small, it activated for some reason, because the command tells the computer, oh yeah, put it back on when you do something. Let me just turn it off. And let me go back to Snapchat. I'm gonna leave this open. Let me just bring a Snapchat on. Now remember, here this is to favorite, so you could have a lot of favorite masks. Some of them, if you're using a green screen, they don't work good. Like this one over here might not work good because I have green, so OBS is probably gonna turn that green. You see how the green look? It's disappeared, kind of disappeared, because I'm taking the green off. Let me just cancel that. Let me go to my favorite. So I have a whole bunch of them on favorite, like this one over here, right? So let's say I don't want that other effect. I want something else to come when I press. You could create another button and use another shortcut, because you have more than, you could do more shortcut over here. But what I usually do is, let's say instead of creating button and filling up the whole touch portal with button, I just decide which one I want. Let's say I want this one over here, right? So my favorite. So what I do, I go to hotkey, and that would be real share, right? So let me delete the Shift M. Let me delete this Shift M, and let me put Shift M on this one. Wait, shred. So I'm gonna press Shift and M on this one. Now I'm gonna save it, and let me just go back. Don't close, never close this. Leave it open. So let me just minimize it. Now if I press the effect, like that, huh? You like that? Ooh, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay, let me go back to Snapchat. Okay, let me see this. Let me delete this and let me. Okay. Shit. Shift M. Save it. Minimize it. Press the effect. Scorpion wing. If you like to play Mortal Kombat, that's it. This is a perfect effect for you. Take it off. And pretty much that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any question, post it in the comment down there. And don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, guys. See you soon.